So you're down to your last dollars, a few pesos, a few euros, or whatever money you've got at the moment. What are you gonna do to survive the crisis? To make it through this crisis? Because who knows? We don't pray for it, we don't want it to happen, but what if it takes more time for us to be locked down, which is a possibility for the safety of everyone? And that is reality. What are you gonna do with the last few dollars that you have to survive this crisis? Today I'm gonna teach you 5 things that you should learn to be able to stretch that money you have. Number one is to list down all your expenses. Now, why am I asking you to list down your expenses? This you will know what are the things that you are spending which is essential, which is actually needed, and which are the things that you spend on that you don't really need. And understanding what you're spending on is the starting of saving and the start of how you would understand where you should put your money on. That brings us to number two. Number two is to cut down on your expenses. If you drink coffee, or even if you make your own coffee at home, reduce them, because you want that bottle of coffee or you want that bag of coffee to last you longer. And you don't want that you will take out your emergency fund, more of your emergency fund, and use it just to buy your coffee. Stop using or drinking bottled water. Grab yourself a water bottle and refill it. Cut down on the things that aren't unnecessary. If you have Netflix, Spotify, or any of those that you are subscribed for, stop them now. Stop unsubscribing. They are your non-essentials. Divert those funds to your food, to your rent, to your bills, and everything that you have to pay for. Now, what is number three? Number three is to develop the habit of consistency. If you start writing and you stop there, there's no point. It won't work. Whatever I'm telling you now will never work unless you stay consistent with it. You have to keep writing what you're spending on and understand, is this something that I want, or is this something that I just really, really need? If it's a want, delay it. Take it off and use that money instead to put it here. That brings us to number four. Number four is whatever is left from your budget, save it again. Keep it again. So you could use it and stretch it for the next coming days and weeks and months, and who knows. Nobody really knows when is this gonna stop. When will it ever end? And we just have to prepare for that one. Next step is help yourself to find a way to earn a job. If you have to go next door, who is probably someone who is more able than you are, go and offer your services. Excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma'am, can I wash your clothes for you, even for just $2, $3, or whatever much they could offer. Now, if you are not allowed to do that, then research on working from home. Use your creativity. What can you do now that will bring you money? Everything is done through delivery. You might as well convert your car and offer your delivering services to probably what, a restaurant or a grocery that wants to reach out to a client. Now, if that's not allowed again, then work from home. How do you do that? Research. Use your creativity. The moment that I'm talking to you, I'm using the internet. We've got the source of talking to each other virtually. Why don't you become a virtual assistant? If you have talent on creating logos editing videos or tutorials, do an online tutorial. Find yourself a student. If it brings you even the most minimal amount of money, that is still money coming in, and do it. Now, the last step to that one is to actually believe that you can do it. Now, if you are always thinking, oh, that's not easy, I can't do it, you will never do it because that's what you believe in. But if you believe that you can do it, you can find a job, you can find something in the internet that will bring you money and that you can save more money, then it will happen. If you keep believing that you can't do it, you will never make it, then you won't. So that's just a cycle. Whatever you believe, it will happen. That is biblically written. Whatever you believe, so shall you receive. Now, those things are just your own choices. There's only two choices that we can make. Either we make it, or we do it to save ourselves or improve ourselves on, or we don't. We continue blaming the government, blaming our situation, and blaming circumstances that you cannot change. Now, I leave that up to you. If I may repeat again those six steps that I've just told you. Number one is to write down your expenses. You cut down on these expenses. You save whatever. Be consistent on those two. And you save whatever you can save. Find a job and believe that you can do it. And make your choices again. Either you do it or you don't. That's it for today. God bless and be a blessing.